I'm Bruce Shwedick from the Crocodilian Conservation Center of Florida, and I'm here today with Robinson Botero-Arias. Robinson is a member of the IUCN SSC Crocodile Specialist Group and a recipient of the prestigious Castillo Award from the CSG for his work on crocodilian field research. Robinson, welcome. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for the invitation.
So what brings you to Gainesville?
Well, I am here because I am studying my PhD. I am PhD student in University of Florida in the Wildlife Ecology Conservation Department. And well, I am working and study to preparing to continue work with crocodiles.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
And you are from Colombia.
Yes.
And you grew up near Medellin.
Yes.
And what was it like for you when you were young? I know when I was young, I spent a lot of time in the woods, in the fields.
Yes. I understand. Well, I live in a small town near to Colombia, but it's in the Andean context, in the mountain. It's other context different, for example, where you found crocodiles. I had the opportunity to sharing with my father, especially with my mother too, in different places inside to the mountains. Enjoy, for example, my main relationship with the environment is the water. I like the water, and in this place you found in the middle of the woods, in the forest, a small stream, and well, I like it. It was a wonderful experience in my child time.
Fantastic. And what was it that got you interested in becoming a crocodile biologist?
It's a wonderful question because crocodiles in general, my first contact with the crocodiles, I think in my age and my context was the TV. Really, because I grew up in the mountains, in the Andean, don't have crocodiles. Exactly in the zoo or collection, but no, never. But really my passion for crocodiles started during the college time. Just when my first goal was, for example, was visit and work in the Amazon. But after you try to understand better how is the environment, what kind of animals, in my case, I love working with animals. I had the opportunity to find a person to bring me ideas. Well, why you don't try to work with crocodiles, with caimans? And just in this moment, I start the idea. It's almost in the 2000 year that I start working with caimans.
That's fantastic. And I know when I was growing up, I had my crocodile heroes,
Yes.
like Robert Bustard and Hugh Cott and Anthony Pooley and Federico Medem.
Okay, yeah.
And who were your crocodile heroes
Well,
or mentors?
yes, well, in the paper, in my context, I grow in a small context, and the content with this hero was the books and the papers. And obviously the first hero that you mentioned was Federico Medem. Because when you saw, it's very different when you read in the paper or the book of Federico or the Medem, because he told for you an history, and you following the history, and you feeling the love or the passion that he had for the crocodiles, turtle, and the other animals, but especially with caimans. He bring for us the opportunity to learn a lot reading e-books. After to understand a little the view of the Medem, obviously I was a very lucky person because I started a conversation with John Turnerson. John T was for me first a good mentor, but especially a big friend. When I stayed in the college, I made my first job, or my first research activity with crocodiles in the Amazon, and he brought me a lot of advice by email. But just I meet face-to-face John 10 years after to the first contact. Another important, well, with John I worked in the Amazon for many years, sharing, and he really introduced me in the field work with black caimans. Well, I think I am here in Gainesville because he brought me the idea to open my mind and study here. It's nice. Other hero for me, it's in the time that start to to reading and collect information about caimans and crocodiles. Other good person for me was Bertrand Ross. Bertrand just now is my co-advisor in my PhD program, but he's amazing because all the time he's very optimistic, very gently, and all the time bring me answer and bring me support to continue in the no easy way to work with caiman, especially in the South America context.
That's fantastic.
And finally, well, I had a lot of years, but just now I had other good friend is Ronis da Silveira. Ronis worked for many years with black caiman. I think he was the person that more information in the beginning when the world need ideas and information about black caiman. Ronis was this person that bring all the information for us. And just now it's a good reference when I have a personal question or intellectual question or academic question about the black caiman and other issues. Ronis is a good reference, a good point.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, yes.
So you've studied in the wild the black caiman,
Oh, yes.
Melanosuchus niger, and the common caiman, Caiman crocodilus.
Well, I start working with other special animal. I start working with Palesuchus. My first experience in the field was try to find Palesuchus trigonatus nest. Never found one. But in this moment, I understand how is the dynamic of the caimans in the Amazon. And my first time in the Amazon was in Colombia. I had the opportunity. My focus was trigonatus, but I found black caiman and spectacled caiman too. In my master's degree, I had the opportunity to stay close other big hero of the crocodilian world. It's Bill Magnusson. He was my mentor, my advisor in the master's degree, and I had the opportunity to work with Palesuchus palpebrosus, other fantastic crocodile, caiman. And when finished my master, John invited me to start to work with black caiman, and I had the opportunity to now visit a world in a place when it's easy from the 4 species: black caiman, spectacled caiman, and the bow species of the Palesuchus.
Oh, that's incredible.
It's
That's
nice.
incredible.
It's really nice.
I met Bill for the first time at a symposium. It was called the Croc 82 Symposium in 1982 in Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe.
Okay.
And it was one of the first really large gathering of crocodile specialist group. And it was a time when sustainable use was starting to be looked at very seriously for the future survival of many crocodilian species. We know in the past that the biggest threat to species of caiman and other crocodilians was the demand for the skin and the unregulated hunting for their skin. We know today that many species have recovered due to effective conservation programs. But we also know that around the world there are emerging threats to crocodilians. And could you tell us about the emerging threats to survival of caiman in tropical America?
Well, it's very hard to define what is the main threat, but I think the real big problem for the crocodile, the potential next crisis for the crocodile, is the expansion of the human in the wild. Because I think in South America, associated with the cultural, historical context, the people don't have a real relationship, a high relationship with the environment. The lack of education, with focusing in take care of the wildlife, the take care of the natural, it's different. Other thing, obviously, is the transformation of the habitat. For example, other species in general, but for crocodiles, the crocodiles are very sensible in the change of the habitat. And I think in a couple decades, probably centuries, the crocodile will be another crisis. And my goal or our goal, like research in the wildlife crocodile, is creating information to management and to probably addresses the next step. In the past, for example, I agree, I think it's a good solution, but in the past, the main or the focus was, for example, the management, the use of the caimans for the local people or in an economical issues. But in the future, it not have wildlife places, wildlife environment, wildlife landscape probably don't have caimans. And we need to work very hard to, to understand how is the next step that we need doing. It's clear?
It is. Thank you very much. Thank you
sir.
so much for joining us today. I'd like to invite all of you to join us in Sarasota, Florida
Okay.
on November 9th from 5:30 to 9 o'clock p.m. at the Croc AID event. Croc AID was first established as a fundraising event, and it was first held at the Ashton Biological Reserve here in Gainesville, Florida, to raise funds for the Madras Crocodile Bank and Trust, which had suffered damage to their facilities due to a very severe cyclone. The Crocodilian Conservation Center of Florida is currently in the process of developing a facility near the town of Frostproof in Central Florida for the purpose of holding endangered and critically endangered crocodilians that are a part of the AZA's species survival plans. So there will be an event at Sarasota Jungle Gardens on November 9th. You can learn more about the event and get ticket information at our website, which is croccenter.org, CROCCENTER.org. We hope you can join us. Robinson will be there. We'll have many other special guests. It'll be a fun evening, and it'll be supporting an important cause. So we hope to see you there.